What's up, everybody? My name is Jason, and welcome to Small Biz. In today's video, I'm going to talk about one stock that you could have made 22% in overnight. Should I be buying more of it right now after it had a huge move this morning? And what was one other reason why that I forgot to mention yesterday, that the stock market up until the last hour has refused to go lower, but with the Dow Jones currently down more than 370 points. And if you're following me on Twitter at Try Small Biz, you knew I called a double top at 34.5. We're down 900 points since I said that, along with the 37.82 top on the S&P 500. So ladies and gentlemen, pull up a chair, grab yourself a cup of coffee, ice cold beer, glass of wine, whiskey on a big rock. Here we go. All right, just like the other day, we're rocking and rolling. It is 3:52. We got 8 minutes to the close. All right, I know, it looks a little ridiculous. Somebody talked me into getting one of these chokers. I know. I look like some punk. They should be cruising down the road on a skateboard, something I can't do. But hey, I roll the dice, just like the stock market, right? I take chances. If it looks ridiculous, I won't wear it that much. If it ends up, it's heavy as hell, but it's like... It reminds me to stay present. It reminds me to stay focused on the task at hand. I can't control the fact that Joe Biden, the worst president in the history of my lifetime anyway, is an absolute train wreck. I can't control that. So when I have all this nonsense around my neck, presence. Into the now. Alan Watts, one of my favorite. I listen to him every night on YouTube. If you haven't, check him out. He talked about last night how you should have no purpose in life. Your purpose is to be here right now, is to do what you love, to serve others with whatever God gave me. And God gave me the ability to 9x your money last year, 327% in the first 45 days, ringing the register on 6 different stocks, including Hellbiz that we sold as high as 54 cents. Some of you, where's it now? 14 cents and change. If you listen to me, you would have avoided, what is that, a 70% haircut? So what are we going to do with this GMBL that I said to buy last night at 0705? It shot up today to as high as 0875, currently at 8 cents on the dot. If you're following me on Twitter, and you should be, at Try Small Biz, I said if you sold this rally, and I can't blame you, ringing the register at 23% overnight, you should have been buying it back in the mid to high 7s. Where did we go about an hour ago with 6 minutes to the close? We went to 077. Then we shot up to 0841. Yeah, I know this shit to the fucking fraction of a cent. There's one, I only get 2 more. So I said you gotta be buying the damn thing in the low to mid 07. So if you missed it, or if you sold it on GMBL, Gary, Mary, Bob, Larry, 077 or less, you buy it. Because we learned this afternoon that one major institution, along with another who just bought 4.99%, Arrington, I put it on Twitter last night, they're a fraction below the 5% minimum to be an insider. There's a lot of reasons, not the least of which they don't have to get involved with the politics, but that's millions of shares that someone has obviously bought recently. But we had another institution, and it may be an organization called 3D Capital out of Toronto. I'm not convinced it's them. I don't know yet, but it came out in a 10Q or a 12B filing that somebody converted about $10.5 million of notes, convertible notes, call them bonds, into common stock. Well, here's a simple rule of thumb, keeping it simple, stupid. If you take, and you don't have to do it, $10.5 million worth of stock, currently at 081, about what they paid for it or acquired it at, you're obviously of the opinion it's going higher. But as I also shared on Twitter today, in their 10Q filing from a few weeks ago, they already let the street know that their earnings this quarter, which are due next week, we're off on Monday, by the way, it's President's Day, are not going to be good. And they're going to be taking some goodwill or impairment charges. On the other hand, there's widely known rumors of a merger with another esports company. I'm unaware of who it is, but that started about 2.5 months ago. So if they merge with an equal and they do about $45 to $50 million a year in revenue, who knows? The stock could double or triple overnight. The bottom line is this. It was a $5 stock a year ago. And if you're catching on, I love to buy them when they're gutted, down as much as 99% or more. This thing bottomed at 0.67. We were buying it last night on my recommendation at 0.705. A third of a penny off an all-time low, down from, like I just said, $5 a year ago. It was 15, I think, 2 or 3 years ago. So it's been crushed down. What is that? 99.8%? If anyone's making any money, it's us. We own the fucking thing. What is that, 2? We own the effing thing less than a half a cent off an all-time low. Are we guaranteed to make money? No. Is it possible they could do a reverse split and have some horrendous charge and we end up being down 10, 20%? Yeah, that's possible. But we are first in line to make money. Most people own the stock at $2 or $3. If you go into some of these chat rooms, and I don't recommend you listen to what 99% of these clowns have to say, but you'll see people spout off, oh, my average is $1. My average is 1.5. My average is 60 cents. You know what our average is? 8.5. Where is it right now? 0.816. So we are less than a half a penny away from where an institution just took a position of $10.5 million, which is over, what is that? That's 100 million plus shares if my third grade math serves me. So that's a big position. They obviously want to make money on it. So before I tell you one major reason why, and I'd love to keep this in and around 10 minutes, that the market has refused up until now, I forgot to mention it yesterday, to go lower. Where am I putting any new money, if at all? Right now, XELA, 6 cents, it's a buy. It's washed out. The volume, as I said, is way, way down. When it pulls back on light volume, and this is after the capitulation, that's bullish. You want strong volume on advances like GMBL did this morning when it ran to almost 9, and you want light volume on pullbacks. And XELA has found support around 6 cents. So if you have no position or you want to get up to a 10% position, don't put any more than that in one idea. That way you won't blow up your account. That's a great buy. GMBL, it's back under 8, 0.79. Again, in case you didn't hear me, 0.77, which is where it pulled back about an hour ago. It's a buy. If it's lower than that, it's really a buy, in my opinion. PBLA, I'd get all over it right now. That guy got as high as 155, I think 2 days ago. It's back to 139. We own it at 144. So Paul, Bob, Larry Allen at 139, it's a buy. Be big, enough said. They're supposed to report. I'm a seller when it gets back up into the 80s where I own it. My average is 76 cents a share. I'm tired of their bullshit. LHDX is a buy right now at 27 cents. Volume completely disappeared there. It came all the way down to 24.5. Yesterday, it shot as high as 31. It's pulling back on insanely light volume amidst the carnage. The Dow's now down close to 400 points, nearing the close. Is it 400? Let me do a refresh here. 460. Didn't I say we were going lower? Somebody tell me in the comments. Didn't I call a fucking double top? There's 3. At 34,500? 4182 on the S&P. Yet I can't get 99% of my YouTube channel to even listen, even watch, even hit that. What does this guy have to say? I keep seeing all these videos about him. They don't even care. No. I got my money. I don't give a shit about what Jason has to say. Where are we? 4 o'clock. We just closed. Ding, 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 ding. All right, to wrap it up, in and around 10 minutes with the final reason why the market up until today finally has refused to crack. This quarter that we're in right now, 0.81 on GMBL at the close. You're buying it at 0.77 right now in the aftermarket if you can. The reason why the market's held up so strong is this quarter that we're in right now, and I do very much appreciate there's some trades going by. No, expired, didn't get filled. I use E-Trade. I love E-Trade. I'm logged out. They still give me notifications. I see it on my iPhone, and I've never edited a video. That may change. When we launch the podcast, it gets built Monday and Tuesday. Paulie the Magician and a friend of his who I'm not familiar with are coming down. They're going to hook me up. Curtains, television, spin me around, put a fiberglass logo of our Heart SB behind me. It's going to be amazing. You're going to be on the show. You're going to get promoted, as I just said, with, that's all, folks. SEO Trust. Do you need help with your digital marketing? SEO? Do you know anything about search engine optimization? I bet you don't, ladies and gentlemen. That's why you need to reach out to today's sponsor, which, like yesterday with Ellison Transport, if you need dry freight, you need to talk to my man Ellison. Pinned in the top comment will be SEO Trust. As I said earlier today on Twitter, follow me at Try Small Biz. If you need creative web design or digital marketing services to kickstart your small business and increase your online visibility, then you need to talk with my friends at SEO Trust. But as I just tried to say, this is the strongest quarter of the entire 4-year presidential cycle. Why is that? Most presidents, and especially Joe Biden, are lame ducks by the time you get to the third year. They front load all of their policies, all of their spending, all of their pork projects in the first year or two. And now, especially that the Republicans control the House, the Democrats barely have control of the Senate. Gridlock. The markets love gridlock. So the first quarter of the third year is normally the strongest of any quarter, 16 quarters in total over a 4-year cycle. That, in my opinion, is why up until today, and I do think we're going lower, we have been able to ignore rising interest rates. We've got an inverted yield curve. We've got the US dollar that broke out at 101 2 weeks ago. We got the VIX now north of 20. Up 11% on the day. Mayday, mayday, mayday. Warning, warning, warning. Bitcoin just dropped 800 points, it looks like, in the last hour. So we got red flags all over the place, but pushing up against all that negativity or bearishness is the fact that we are in the midst of the strongest quarter in a 4-year cycle. And it tends to be the strongest from mid-February, which is where we are right now, to the end of March. So it's been a battle. ARK up until right now, or towards the close, down 2.8%, has been trying to buck the trend. But as I've been saying all week, we're in nosebleed territory. The MACD, the stochastics, the RSI, Relative Strength Index, on the NASDAQ in particular, has been off the charts. It cannot sustain. As I said also on Twitter, and you really need to follow me because I share a ton of information for free. We got a lot of freeloaders and cherry pickers out there who've made a bloody fortune. They don't have $1 a day, 388. We lost 2 more people last night. One lady told me to go fly a kite. She thinks I'm too vulgar. What can I say? My mother probably agrees with you, sweetheart, but I gotta be me. You gotta be you. $1 a day. We ask for your support. You hit that red upgrade to premium button, and I will continue from 4 o'clock in the morning through when this podcast gets launched next week until the grace of God will have me in one piece. I will continue to swing the bat every single day. I will promote you, those of you that are willing to give us $1 a day in support, like I did with SEO Trust. Get your digital transformation going with our friends at SEO Trust. Again, they'll be pinned in the top comment. I can help you make money trading small cap stocks, but also investing. We're going to do some webinars when we have the podcast, 30-minute shows. I promise not to goof around, and who knows if I'll wear. Look, I saw this on Amazon. I said, let me just get one of these just to see what it looks like. It's not the real thing. It's a couple $100, I think. It's heavy. You know what it does in closing? As they all drop off. Good. Drop off. Larry Poolin's still here. Tammy Murphy. Ryan, who owns Family Car Service. You need a limo in South Florida? You need to talk to Ryan at Family Car Service. This reminds me of all this nonsense when I hear it choking me and clanging when I'm out walking. Presence. You want to be a good trader? You want to be a good father, good husband, good friend? You got to be present. It's hard in this crazy ass world that's going nuts, right? 99.9% of the shit that's on our wall is absolutely bonkers. From the, drag shows for 5-year-old kids to the fucking pronoun fanatics. This whole world is going batshit crazy. Did I mention another train today? Off the rails? What the hell's going on? Is it me, or are we seeing like an absurd amount of trains and chemical spills and potential World War III? And now I hear that Putin's got fucking... Uh-oh, I think I went over the limit. Well, there goes the shadow banning once again. All right, look, ladies and gentlemen. If you made it this far, thank you. Thank you for allowing me to be me, and I'll allow you to be you. So in honor of the great Alan Watts, let me remind everybody in closing that I not only love you, but to remain present. Let go and let God. And until next time, thanks for watching.